Dear students, today let us see the fundamentals of AC, that is single loop generation. An electrical generator is a machine which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. And we know the energy conversion is based on the principle of production of dynamically induced EMF. And as per Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, whenever a conductor cuts magnetic flux, dynamically induced EMF is produced. And the magnitude of induced EMF E is equal to BLV sine theta, where B is the flux density in Weber per meter square, L is the length of the conductor in meters, V is the velocity of rotation in meter per second, and theta is the angle between the magnetic field and the conductor. Now, if you are watching to this figure, you can see a conductor is rotated in the magnetic field of north and south poles. So whenever the conductor is placed parallel to the magnetic field, that is theta is 0, induced EMF is 0. And when theta increases from 0, we can see the magnitude of induced EMF is also increases based on sine function. That is why we are calling this wave a sine wave. And when theta is 90, induced EMF is maximum. And from 90 to 180, again you can see that the magnitude decreases. And at 180, when theta is 180, induced EMF is again 0. And when theta increases from 180 to 270, you can see that induced EMF is rising in the opposite direction. And finally, when theta is 360, the magnitude is again coming to 0. That is, we are getting a complete cycle. Now let us see the main difference between DC and AC. In the previous modules, that is in module 1, we have seen DC circuits. DC means the magnitude is not varies with time. That is, the magnitude remains same with respect to time. But in AC, we can see that the magnitude of voltage or current, it varies with time. That is, in AC, there is a change in magnitude from instant to instant. So that is the main difference between AC quantity and DC quantity. Now we can have different forms of alternating quantities. We can have a sine wave, a complex wave, a triangular wave, square wave, rectangular wave, or sawtooth waveforms. But normally in electrical engineering, we are concentrating on sine waves. Now we can see that we can represent a sine wave in different ways. Representation of sine waves. One form is the mathematical representation. That is, we can represent any sine quantity as E is equal to Em sine omega t, where small letter E is the instantaneous value and Em is the maximum value, omega is the angular velocity, and t is the time. Now, second form is the waveform representation. That also we have seen. Waveform, the magnitude is represented along y-axis and time or theta, it is represented along x-axis, and you can plot it in the form of a wave. So that is another representation, waveform representation. Now, coming to the third representation, it is the phasor representation. We know a phasor is a rotating vector that is used to represent a sinusoidal function. It rotates about the origin with an angular speed omega. Now, if you are seeing the figure, the waveform can be represented with the help of a phasor also. So here OA is a vector. OA represents Emax. The magnitude of OA is Emax, and whenever the phasor is rotated, its magnitude changes. That is, the vertical component of OA at any instant omega t is OB. The magnitude of phasor OA is Em, and OB means, vector OB means it is OA sin omega t. That is the vertical component of OA at any instant omega t. So we can see that OB is same as that of small letter e. So small letter e is Em sin omega t, and OB is also OA sin omega t, but OA is Em. So we can say that instead of drawing the whole waveform, we can represent any sine quantity with a rotating vector, that is with a phasor. So this is known as phasor representation. Now we'll see some important AC terms. I know all these terms are actually you have learned in 12th. So the important terminologies are, one is waveform. We know waveform means it is the shape of the curve of the voltage or current when plotted against time as the base. It is known as waveform. Instantaneous value means the value of the alternating quantity. It can be voltage or current at any particular instant. It is known as instantaneous value. And normally we are notating it with a small letter. If it is EMF or voltage, we can notate it as E or V. And if it is current, we can notate it by small letter I. Now next term is alternation. Alternation means when a periodic wave, such as a sinusoidal wave, goes through one complete set of positive or negative values, it is known as alternation. That is one complete set of either positive or negative values. That is known as alternation. Now cycle. Cycle means when a periodic wave goes through one complete set of positive and negative values, it is termed as one complete cycle. And we know the time period. Time period is a time taken in seconds by an alternating quantity to complete one cycle. It is known as time period. Normally we are representing it by capital T. And next is frequency. Frequency, we know it is a number of cycles completed per second by an alternating quantity, and it is normally represented by small letter f. And in SI system, the frequency is expressed in hertz. And the relationship between frequency and time period is f is equal to 1 by t or t is equal to 1 by f. Next term is the angular velocity. Normally we are notating it by omega. Omega is the angle turned by time taken. That is, angle turned in one rotation is 2 pi radians. 2 pi divided by time taken is t. So it is 2 pi into 1 by t. We know 1 by t is f. So it is 2 pi f. So omega, angular velocity omega is equal to 2 pi f. Now the unit is radians per second. Now to explain all these terms, let us consider a numerical problem. So the problem is like this. An alternating current, small letter I, is given by the equation I is equal to 141.4 sine 314 t. Find the maximum value, frequency, time period and instantaneous value when time t is equal to 3 milliseconds. So this is the problem. Okay, now let us see how we can find the solution. Now we know the general form of AC quantity is equal to either E or I. E is equal to Em sin omega t, or if it is I is equal to Im sin omega t. In the question it is given that I is equal to 141.4 sin 314 t. If we are comparing these two equations, we can see that Im, maximum value Im is 141.4 amperes, and frequency, instead of frequency they have given omega as 314. So if omega is 2 pi f, we can calculate the frequency f is equal to omega by 2 pi. So it is 314 by 2 into 3.14. So we'll get the answer as 50 hertz. So frequency is 50 hertz. Now time period, we know time period is 1 by f. So it is 1 by 50, 0.02 seconds. Now the fourth quantity, that is instantaneous value when time is 3 milliseconds. So we know time small letter t is equal to 3 milliseconds. It is time, instantaneous time t. Don't mistake it with time period t. T is given as 3 milliseconds. Now we know the general expression I is equal to 141.43 sine 314. Instead of t, you can substitute the value given. So it is 3 millisecond converted into seconds. So you can see that the answer is 114.35. So while doing this type of problems, your calculator must be in radians mode. So for that, you can press shift mod setup and 4. So your calculator will be in radians form, and now you can directly enter the values. That is I is equal to enter 141.4 into sine of 314 into 3 into 10 to the minus 3. Then you will get the answer as 114.35. So these are the important terminologies we are using in AC quantities. I think the lecture is clear. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you for listening.